Hey guys, welcome back. Okay, so this is for Cancer for December 2018. Sun and Moon only. I am going to be doing a cartomancy here, and then I will in fact close out with a few of the Romance Angel cards. Just to let you guys know, because I read more of a story than anything, if any other signs do come out in the reading, I will in fact call out what those signs are. If the signs are not making sense to you in relation to the storyline, what the storyline is, then the story is in fact for you. The signs could just be energies. They could be opposite of, what your sun or moon is in regards to Cancer. If you're cross-watching, it could be your sign. And it could just be energies that you or the people opposite of you are just acting under at the time. Okay? So I always say, take with you what you understand and throw the rest away, because the other parts that may not be making sense to you could be making sense to another Cancer. Okay? So Cancer, I got this message for you. Say something or let it go. Okay? So if that message makes sense to you, then the message is for you. If it doesn't, then it's not for you. Okay? First card out here is the Nine of Spades. And there you are, Cancer, but this could also be a Pisces and or a Scorpio. The Ace of Clubs. The Three of Clubs. The Three of Hearts. The Five of Spades. The Eight of Diamonds. The Two of Hearts. The Ten of Hearts. The Ace of Hearts. The Six of Clubs. The Four of Clubs. And the Jack of Diamonds. Okay, so the only signs I have here are Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, but this could in fact just be your energy, or you could be dealing with another water sign, or you don't have to be. This could just be what is the deal at this time in regards to Cancer, regardless of who else you're dealing with. Okay, so what it's showing me here is that you're definitely needing to break some sort of established mind thought pattern, meaning some sort of belief, and or you could just, you're definitely wanting to communicate something. So like I said, it's like say something or say nothing, let it go. But what it's showing me is like, if you're dealing with a home environment situation, okay, you could be dealing with feeling restricted in some way, shape, or form, okay? But whatever it is that you need to cut out is what you need to let go. Whether it be an actual person or if it's just a circumstance or a situation within your home environment. Because what it's showing me here is that there's victory and there's a stable home environment. But it's after this. And what is this? This is solid. You have a solid foundation here. You have, it's almost in a sense like Cancer, and this is not a surprise because Cancers are like this. It's like you want somebody to cut something out, okay? And you feel like common sense and good judgment is needed here, and somebody is not using their common sense and good judgment, or you're trying to use yours, because I see you feeling like it's like you could just be, in a sense, like, so I'm sorry for like when I do this, but it's like I see something and then it's something else, and it's like running together, but it could be two different storylines that are just running together. Okay, so it's like these legal documents pertain to the home, meaning that, you're either dealing with a home environment situation and or you're dealing with a third party situation within your relationship. okay? And you could have had a developing love affair, but because of some sort of restriction, you were the opposite person of you. Because if you're the cross watcher, you could have cut out the Cancer, but it's like somebody could have got cut out of someone's life, okay? And the separation is causing, like, it could have caused pain, loneliness, depression. It also is showing here that you might have a plan put into place, and your plan is something that will be victorious. I see a brand new beginning in regards to something that on a deeper level you're desiring, but it's showing me here that you're also needing to communicate something, and that communication has to do with something in regards to your home environment, and or it's something where I feel like you have good luck and you have growth here, but something needs to be cut out. And it's like, do you cut out, it's like I said, it's like say something about it or let it go. But I just feel like there's victory, there's stability, there's victory. But I also feel like if you are dealing with anything that's causing you some sort of financial restriction at this time, I feel like that's where you want to cut something out. It's like whether it's you needing to cut out something, and or if you're dealing with somebody, they need to like cut out something. But it's like, and this isn't, like I said, a shocker for Cancer, it's like you want a stable home environment. And I'm not saying that you don't have one, because it doesn't seem like you don't have it. It's just showing here that there is some sort of pattern that you or the opposite person that you're dealing with needs to break. But it's showing here victory and stability, especially if you're dealing with a soulmate connection or something of that nature. If you're waiting on a third party removal here, or you are needing to remove the third party in order to bring some sort of connection together, it's showing me here that there is going to be some sort of communication happening, whether it be over the social media, email, something of that nature, or verbally, actually face to face. I also see communication about movement. So after a time of feeling restricted or having some sort of plan in order to move forward, it's showing here in December there is going to be some sort of breakthrough. There's a victory. There is a stable connection. If you're dealing with children in the home environment, I definitely see there being, you know, some sort of, you know, restriction there with this child or children. But I see that, you know, there is light being shed on something. And if you're dealing with some sort of legal situation, you know, if you're waiting on legal documents, or opposite party, you're waiting on them to receive some sort of legal documents, it's showing here that that is something that will be communicated about, and it shows that there's victory here. It shows that there's stability. So, you know, whatever it is that you may be wanting to communicate to another person, you know, in regards to cutting something out. And when I say cutting something out, it doesn't even have to be cutting out another person from a relationship. It's like, it could just be cutting out an action, cutting out, like, they're not using common sense, they're not using good judgment, and you're almost in a sense like, I don't want to be reliant on anything else. It's almost in a sense like, you know, it can be so many different things. It's so bizarre, but it's just like, there's something that you just feel like someone's not using their common sense and good judgment, and that's it. And it's like saying, communicate about it, but come from a place of compassion and not a place of like not listening. But there's definitely stability here, and there's some sort of victory in relation to a family situation, and or just no longer feeling restricted in some way, shape, or form. Okay, so let me see. Yep. Carefully evaluating before taking action. Carefully evaluate before taking action in any sort of verbal communication here, okay? And understand that as you take steps forward, your efforts will be rewarded, and here's stability, okay? So if you're worried about stability and or understand that if you're dealing with someone, that their steps that they're taking are bringing them stability. But understand when you're verbally communicating with this person that you understand the situation prior to speaking about it. Because then at the bottom of the deck you have a new beginning, a new phase of life, and a karmic completion. Okay? So it's like there's a slate being wiped clean and a situation ending. But like I said, either speak about it from a place of compassion and understand what's going on, or just let it go. Okay? Because either way, there's victory at the end of all of it. Okay? But just to avoid any sort of negative communication, just like I said, come from a place of like compassion and not be hurtful, or not saying that you are hurtful, but or anything like that. It's like just keep an open mind. Okay? You deserve love. You are lovable, and you receive the let your friends help you part. Okay, listen. Everybody reads cards differently. This is the way that I interpret this card. Do not let anybody make you feel as if you don't deserve what it is that you desire. Okay? And sometimes what happens is that we talk about ourselves and our personal whatever to our friends or whoever. And they can, in a sense, not understand where you're coming from on a deeper level. And then it's almost in a sense like they make you feel like you don't deserve certain things, and it has nothing to do with that. It just has to do with, it could just put you down, and not intentionally, but just by what they say, because it doesn't feel good, as in the response maybe you were looking for. Maybe you're just looking to speak, and what has been spoken doesn't necessarily, make you feel good in some way, shape, or form. Understand that that's just your own internal belief and understanding of how you deserve love. Okay, you deserve it all the time, but sometimes it's best if we just work things out from within first before we speak about it to others, and sometimes just don't even speak about it at all. It's like just work it out from within yourself. So like I said, say something about it or just let it go. Okay? So this was for Cancer for December 2018. If you need me, you can go to the drop box below. There's a link to my website there in order to have services with me. I am running a special, which is November 30th through December 2nd. If you're interested in the discounted prices for readings, you can use it now or later. Shoot me an email at lovefromabove717@gmail.com, and I can let you know what the special is for this weekend. And that's about it. Love you. Bye.